listen.
Yep. We are not live yet. Um,
Mm-hmm.
right, press go live. You should go live. Good. Okay, let's go. Hello and welcome to United Kopitiam. I'm trying to
Hello.
improve the sound here, so I want to probably talk quite loud. I do not know what's going to happen, but yeah, we are here to review Man United and West Ham match at United Kopitiam. So I think I started by saying that we have three talking points.
Yep.
So we're just gonna go one by one before we do our player rating.
Mm-hmm.
But YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. As such, we will experience buffering. If you have any buffering, please send us. Please put it in the chat. So let's check Streamlab. Skip frame for the 9 second. Very nice.
Okay.
Percent. Okay, should be fine. Okay, so during the Man United game versus Barcelona, I said I'm happy even though we lost, and this game
Mm-hmm.
I am disappointed even though we won. Okay, so um, let's go to the first talking point. Our attack, and it's very obvious what I want to talk about our attack. So it's strikes. All our attackers from Martial to Lukaku to Rashford to Lingard, they are all out of
Mm-hmm.
form, and we don't even need to talk about Mata. He played in the midfield last night, and we didn't see him. So let's talk about our midfield first. Sorry, our attack first. Yeah, they're not very good. They have been out of form, and the surprising things is, or the very sad thing is, they have been out of form for 6 to 7 games, uh, at the moment, and
Mm-hmm.
I just do not know what to do. I just don't think even Ole Gunnar knows what to do at the moment. So what do you think about the attack?
Okay. The thing is, uh, we toy around with the formation quite so much, especially when because we are facing the league matches and the cup matches, and then, like I said the other day, it is between priorities. Priorities. Which one Ole wants the most? So to put the most expensive striker, it's like a psychological thing. So, but form is a different thing altogether for me. Um, Having Martial, because in the mid-season, I think in December and in January, Martial didn't play that much because of injury. And then at the same time, I think we rely too much on the, I call that, we rely too much on a particular key player to attack. So that's why I think the supply has been cut short. So it's not like the attackers doesn't have, okay, the attackers don't have much idea what to do, but the supply is not helping as well. So for me, yeah, that's the real problem.
um,
Mata shouldn't be there. Mata shouldn't be there. I think they just want to the only just want to rest some of the key players, and then the head is very much on the Barcelona game and not much on the league game because they
no, I
see.
think yeah. Oh my God, my
Mm,
sweats are getting in my eyes. No, I think that it's very important that we keep our attack going.
mm-hmm,
No, I don't think we should focus too much on Champions League. Of course, Barcelona is going to be a very dangerous opponent to us. But if we keep on focusing on Champions League, our top four is going down the drain. But
mm,
yesterday it's a problem because we can see that Champions League is affecting us because of all the changes that is made. Right? There's so many changes. I mean, Marshall came in, Lingard came in, Mata came in, McTominay is not playing. Of course, then we have Luke Shaw and Young, which yeah, the very big changes that happen.
yeah,
So so it's gonna be disjointed and it's not unexpected. I mean, it you can see why it's disjointed because everybody is changing every time, right? We don't have
yep,
a set attacking attackers. Rashford is not playing this game, but we have Marshall and Lingard on either side, and both of them are not playing very good yesterday. Sorry, that is an understatement. They played very badly yesterday.
yep,
So when Lukaku came in, everything changed. I think it became better. The attack was much more fluid. The ball was moving much faster. I mean, you just can't move the ball fast with Lukaku in the middle, right? Um, Yes, our
Yep.
attacking is very very bad yesterday. It's a cause of for concern. And it's
Mm.
West Ham. It's West Ham at home. Again, we are very bad at home, and again against a very lowly opponent. Well, it's West. I mean, I don't
West.
consider West Ham to be very low, but then again, this is a not only a must-win game. It's a game that we should be winning easily. We didn't win it in the first half of the season, but that's Mourinho. So I think that yeah, we have we can't keep a consistent three at the top. We should be playing a three because we have done so well with three, but we can't keep a consistent three because the injury are killing us. And why injury is killing us? I don't think that's Ollie's fault. Ollie wants to play a pressing game. He wants to play attacking game, but it is taking a toll on our players. And why is it taking a toll on players? Because Mourinho made us the laziest team last season, and we can't play into fitness in just half a season. We have to have a solid preseason. We have to have a solid training, continuous training. We have to give them enough rest. We have to have a very deep team, and none of those things are the things that we have. So, hence, why we are suffering at the tail end of this season, where for 12 games that's been running and pressing, and then the subsequent 6 or 7 we have been very very inconsistent. Actually, consistently bad, I can say. Okay.
Like
Anything you want to
okay,
add?
okay. Like I said, most of the time it's like a knee-jerk reaction because the injuries that we suffered in the first half of the year, I think that affected the selection, the team selection. And then when you talk about depth, okay, when you talk about depth, I don't think that um, they want to. I think the club wants the direction of the club. They want to promote young players, right? But given the given the matches that we are supposed to play and the condition and then the scheduling, I think that's the reason why Oli is trying to be cautious and then try to take each match as its own challenge.
Mm-hmm.
Try to put the best player for each opponent. So and then in terms of West Ham, I think for the league, yesterday they had the momentum and then they didn't play midweek, so they are not involved with midweek games. They are more prepared, even though we play home, but they know they can take the game to us, especially at home this season because we started off by giving the opposing team that psychological what do you call that, that psychological
Advantage.
advantage, yeah, advantage during Mourinho era. So when they changed to Ole, then only the
They
mood.
don't feel Old Trafford anymore, right?
Yes, yes, that's the thing. So when we try to change that mood, I think um, opposing team with momentum, they want to keep it that way so that we are always on the back foot. Okay, yesterday's game because you wanted the formation of five in the midfield to call that to stay, right? For me, uh,
It's my
what I can say is that
predictions. It's not what I
yeah,
want. I
yeah,
always
okay,
want a 4-2-3.
correct, correct. But
Mm.
for me, I think Ole is trying to be consistent in the league, so that's why they put. That's why he put three in midfield and three in attack. But like I said, for to have three in midfield, they realize playmaker and at the same time, Lukaku being the target man. Uh, if you want to play that, because the two on the side, on the right, and on the left side,
Mm.
normally they just go wide, and then
Mm.
playing the ball in the middle of the field
Mhm.
would need more than one playmaker, and that's what we don't have currently. So
Mhm.
most of the time, the two attackers will be from the wide coming inside, and that's when it gets we call that predictable. So the reason being Martial and Lingard was shut down yesterday. They didn't have a clue. Like I said, I did mention about Martial being frustrated, and every time when he gets frustrated, they just he just doesn't want to be in the game. Like
True,
I said
true,
yesterday.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah, Marshall was very bad yesterday. I love Marshall. I
Yep.
love players who can dribbles, who
Yep.
no the it looks like a mini Ronaldo dribbling on the
Mm.
byline and putting the ball in.
A mini one.
Yesterday was very very bad. Yesterday was very bad. His pass was all over the places.
Yes,
But I
yes.
think a big part of the problem is Rojo just does not go well with Martial. Rojo doesn't attack. He doesn't bomb up like Luke did. No, that's our further talking point later. But then again,
Yeah.
yes, he's not being helped by the Luke Shaw's absence, and Lingard just look out of sort. He just run and run and run and run, and he did not reach anywhere.
I think he
He
played well. I think he played well when he played as a false nine. That means he plays in behind the attacker and they just press the
and that
midfield.
is why our
Not
right
exactly
side
on the right
it's
side.
is useless.
Yep,
Uh,
yep.
okay, but then again, yeah, I mean, yes, Lukaku. Everybody is saying he's a target man, but he can't, he doesn't have the first touch. So what target man are we talking about? We lift the ball up, you loft the ball up, and he just cannot uh, catch hold of the ball. He cannot. Well, give him credit. He wasn't that bad yesterday, but he wasn't. Again, he's doing nothing like the Barcelona game. He's not that bad. He's trying to make something
Yeah,
happen. His first
yeah.
touch is okay. It is there, but again, nothing happened through him. Every time he passes the ball or every time he crosses the ball, everybody say, "Wow, he has a good cross." No, he doesn't. Yesterday, the ball did not even pass the first player. I was very, very frustrated looking at Lukaku and say he has to go. Lingard has to
Okay,
go out, and Martial has to go out. But for who? And I'm very happy that Greenwood started. Sorry, Greenwood came in, gave us something different for the opponent to
yep.
think about. That is why depth is very important to confuse the opponent when we send different players up onto the field, right? Yep. You have anything to
Okay.
add?
Okay. The thing about Lukaku is, when we try to compare his form in the Belgian team, right? So earlier when Mourinho bought him, he has that idea of like taking advantage of the form that he has for the Belgian team, scoring much. But what he didn't put in is the formation, the supply that he's having in the Belgian side. So whenever he's playing, there'll be like De Bruyne, and then all those midfield being packed, being packed with good supply. The thing is, we didn't have that. So we rely too much on his sheer presence in the box. So if we are heading down that direction, every time when we want to get the most out of Lukaku, we need to put at least like two in behind him so that the supply will be consistent, and then his what called off the ball movement will be just enough for him to get a smidge of the goal lah.
That is why Mourinho wanted Perisic last season so that he have a supply line into Lukaku,
Correct,
someone who
correct.
can cross the ball. So
Yep.
yes, that is a very bad decision from our board for not getting a player who can cross
Not
the ball
getting a
in.
player yet. Yes.
Lucas Young. Ashley Young is not doing it consistent enough, and sadly, Dalot is not doing it. But he's young. He's young. There's a development in him, and he bombed up much more than Rojo did, and he tried his
Yeah.
best to put in good crosses, but he can't. He didn't
Mm,
yesterday. Lukaku, when he's playing on the wing, didn't put in good crosses yesterday, and I think
yeah.
that's not the way Oli wants to play. He doesn't want people to just loft the ball up for him. Number one, there's
Mm,
no long passes. Number
yeah.
two, we tried to put in a lot of cross, but again on Eden flank, there's just no one good enough to put in consistently good crosses. Um, Consistently past
Yeah.
the first defender. We didn't even do that. So that's why I think Lukaku is suffering because of our way of playing. Our way of playing is definitely not Mourinho's way of playing anymore. So and
Yep.
no one give him any good crosses. And if you say running from, if you're gonna pass the ball on the ground, Lukaku is not that player. He is a poacher. He's not so much of a target man. I don't think he's a target man. He is a poacher. He stand in the box and he just bullies other
Yeah. Yeah.
defenders and he get
That's
the
right.
ball and then he can shoot from anywhere inside the box. But outside it's useless. Okay.
Yeah.
Nistelrooy
Pretty
is a
much
very good
sums up
poacher,
that
but
right.
he's not.
Current mood. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a bit clumsy
For
if you
me,
look at him. So
for
I
me,
don't
for
think
me, it's
he's.
just
Yeah.
mm, they put him. They rely too much on him being a big size player inside the box. That's it.
And that's not always tactic. That's
Yeah,
but
yeah.
we have no choice because
Oh, yeah,
because of our team. So
yeah.
definitely in the summer we have to buy. So something has to change the summer. I do
Mm,
not know if this team, this attack, can uh bring us to top four. I mean, my concern is top four because it's it's very unlikely that we win the Champions League. We could by
mm,
any sheer of luck, but in top four, even Champions Leagues, we need magic. We need magic. We need miracle. I won't say miracle because we can do top four. We don't need miracle, but we need luck. Like yesterday, we need luck to be on our side.
yeah.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
the goal,
Yep.
their goal is not.
Yesterday it was a lucky escape.
Yeah,
I didn't
because
expect us to win, but yeah.
it
Anyway,
was
I just
the
I
disallowed
accept
goal
it
is
any time of
should
the
be
day.
allowed. You know, the disallowed goal, it's a
Mm,
goal. And the first
mm.
penalty for us seems very, very soft. Very, very soft. The second penalty is bang on the penalty, but the first penalty, and other than that, there's not a lot of
But
chance
but the
from
referee
us.
was there actually. The closest to the action was the referee, and then
He is,
he
he
gave it
is.
straight away without hesitation. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
But
yeah. So,
mm,
but it seems soft to me. So, I'm. This is what I feel. But anyway, let's move on to our second point. Because it's
mm-hmm,
I forgot how.
correct.
Yeah. Okay. Second point is our midfield, and before we talk about Pogba, I want to talk about our midfield. It's not that bad yesterday. A midfield
Yeah.
of Pogba and Fred actually did very well covering our defense. They are very mobile, much better
Mm-hmm.
than Mata can ever do. But Mata was invisible. So my point is Fred the King. That is my second talking point, and I want to illustrate how good was Fred yesterday, and also against Barcelona.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I think, but we don't know. He has been missing for the whole season. He hasn't been trusted for the whole season. So I want
Yes.
a consistent game from him from now on. Like, you know, he can miss the 1-2 games to be rested like McTominay was for this match.
Mm-hmm.
But we want to put him consistently to play him into form so that we can really see who he is until the end of the season because Naby Keita for Liverpool has come in and do a great job. Hasn't been doing the whole season, but he just did. And Fabinho has started to get better, and we need our midfield maestro. And we cannot afford to buy two central midfield. I mean, everyone say, well, we're gonna get 400 million pound. No, we're
Yeah.
not. The board is not gonna give us much. So we have to make do with Fred and one more central midfield.
Okay,
Yep.
the thing is, the keyword here is trust. Okay, the keyword here is trust.
Mm.
So,
Trust Fred.
whenever I watch the midfield play, okay, the midfield pairings, and whenever I watch them playing together, I always prefer the midfields that the we call that the golden era of midfield that we are having. The Scholes,
Postcodes. Roy
the
Keane.
Keane, yes, the Keens, and the Dicky Butts and the Gigs and so on. Okay, the thing is, in the modern game currently, many managers they try to be conservative by putting two midfielders that have defense in their mind and only one playmakers. Like I said, yesterday we relied too much on trust. We relied too much on getting Mata into the game, but we
Mm.
forgot to put a clear cut instruction on how a midfield functions. So during Fergie time, he has a clear cut instruction. If it's Roy Keane being the we call it being the captain, and then being the person who bullies anybody trying to go through the midfield, that means he's the man. The other two will be busy thinking about trying to create chances into attack. And then you can see, whenever the person that has attacking in their mind, they don't really tackle well. For example, I just give you, whenever schools try to tackle, he'll get either yellow card or red card every time. So it is not something that we call that it's not something that we are seeing. uh, I'm not sure whether Oli is trusting his current midfield, but the thing is, he needs to. And then he needs to have a clear cut instruction on how a midfield functions. That if you are to press, just press without even tackling. But even if the tackles fly, you don't simply call that have that knee-jerk reaction and substitute him right away. So that's what happened in some of the games.
Hmm.
So I think for me, they need to, especially for Ole, he needs to put his trust on the midfield and get one to be a clear cut, call that boss in the midfield, and the other two being busy creating other chances. So that's what I have
Okay,
for
so
next week.
yeah, I think he has to start to trust Fred.
Yep.
People are getting on McTominay. Is like, whoa, McTominay is the best. He's not yet. We still need to, but he need to trust McTominay.
Yep.
Now the question is just Herrera, if and when he's fit. Will who will we change the both of, I mean, either of them, McTominay or Fred. Like, do we bring back Herrera? Do we trust Herrera because he is the best midfielder that we have at the moment, other than the attacking one. He is the box to box,
Mm-hmm.
and well, Fred can play box to box. McTominay can play box to box. My question to Ole is whether he will bring back Herrera, and um, I believe that if you want to go, okay, if you want to go, there's no point asking him to play again. He's had his turn. I'm sure he can do a professional job, but then we are not looking into the future. We are not. I mean, I want someone who's staying. I want Herrera to stay, but will
Mm-hmm.
he? That's the question.
Okay.
Like, if they get
The thing
Herrera to
is,
stay, play him instead of McTominay, instead of Fred. Play
okay.
Herrera. Full stop.
The question here is his age. He's 29 this year, right?
Yep.
Okay, he's 29, and then this season it is the final season for his contract. He came in 2014. So the new policy, I think for Ole, I think he made it clear the new policy that he wants to promote younger players. If he wants to be there, that means that he needs to be satisfied with the fringe role that he's having. But I'm not sure whether he's going to be happy going through the new season playing like that with that new role. So he's trying to get the most out of his call that later days lah. Because let's say
Mm.
if you go to a different club that really wants you, you can easily demand quite a handsome pay, and
Mhm.
then at the same time being one of the key players for the first team. So I think that's what he has in his mind.
Mhm.
5 years in a league should be, I think, for any player, 5 years in the league should be enough for him, for any player to venture out and try a new challenge. So that's what
Yeah.
happened to,
Yeah,
yeah,
I think he's thinking. He's
most of the
thinking.
players. Yeah.
Again, we have our board has grossly mistreat him. So
Mm-hmm.
he is only, again, according to reports, he is only on 80k pound per week,
Mm-hmm.
and that is very very low for someone who is starting day in day out for Manchester United. We are Manchester United. None of the
Yep.
players in that team should be starting less than 100k. Of course, unless you are 19 years old, 20 years old, unless you're
But
Marcus
none of them,
Rashford. Yeah,
but
even
none
Marcus
of them
Rashford.
deserve more than 300k.
Yeah, yeah, and also not more than 300k for all the
Yeah.
key players, De
Mm.
Gea, Martial, Rashford.
Yeah.
I mean, even Rashford, you shouldn't be offering him 300k at the moment. He's just
He's a local
he
boy,
has
man.
a lot of development in him. He's not a good player yet. He's not a very good player, but he does play to what Oli wants to play. Martial does play to what Oli wants to play.
It's like 21 this year.
Uh, yeah, I
Rashford.
think 2021. Not quite sure where yet, but 2021, yes. So yeah, I'm hoping to see more Greenwoods also. But then again, let's go back to Fred. So, I'm very very happy with Fred. He is the 50 millions that we have. I do not know
Mm-hmm.
who is better at the moment, McTominay or Fred, but that's
Mm-hmm.
up to Ollie to decide. So one of them has to be a starter next season, and we have to get another good central midfield. Not sorry, not good, world class central midfield. Even if Herrera stays, we have to get a one
Yeah.
good class central midfield. But Fred is doing the job at the moment, and I'm very very happy with Fred. That is one of the talking point, the second talking point that we wanted to talk about today. And the last one
Mm. Will be,
is how much we miss Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw,
um,
it's very, very important. Rojo, it's horrible on our left back. Even if you put Dalot, then your right would have no one because I don't trust Ashley Young. Luke Shaw was bombing from I was bombing down up and down the field, and a lot of people are on Luke Shaw's back and saying Luke Shaw is just not good enough for Manchester United. And I think this game shows how much our three times player of the month this season plays and how much we actually rely on Luke Shaw.
Okay. Yesterday I had predicted the exact lineup for the defense, except for the surprise inclusion of Phil Jones there. So the reason being, let's say if Lindelof started and not Phil Jones, I think they could have gotten a clean sheet because of the defensive nature of the back line. The thing is, for Rojo, he's not
Mm,
comfortable playing on the left side.
no, it's not.
Is he is a centre back, but on the left side centre back.
He's not even tall
So he
enough to be a
doesn't cross
centre
the
back.
ball. Yeah, he doesn't cross the ball well. He doesn't like to we call that, to run up and down the field. So and then he just want. I think for him in yesterday's game, his instruction was very clear. Simply zone press only, and not going to attack, and just leave the attacking to the midfield and the attackers. And then the lot as well. I think they were just trying to be conservative. Hence the inclusion of Phil Jones there, because you don't see Jones crossing the midfield section, right?
Yep.
So for me, look, let's say going forward, Luke Shaw needs to have a really good, I call that a really good backup, because the way that he is playing, I think it should be the way that, let's say if Ole put up a second team for a different, maybe a midweek game, something like for a League Cup match whatsoever, he needs that particular backup needs to be playing the same role as Luke Shaw. So Rojo shouldn't be playing there. A centre back shouldn't be playing the left side, because the we call that the instruction, the way that United attack needs an attacking left back or right back. So that's the key point for me lah. We
And
don't
that's
have
I
that.
think how Ole wants to play.
Mm,
Our fullback bombing on, right? So that's
mm,
how Ole wants to play. But
correct.
I think his hand is tight. That's why I want to spring the surprise where Pereira plays on left back for us because we want them to be attacking. But no, it didn't happen.
Nope,
So
it didn't happen.
yeah, yeah. Okay, so I think yes, that shows how important Luke Shaw to us. You said
Mm-hmm.
that we probably need a backup to him. So I
Yep.
don't think we should buy a left back. Cause the best left back we have in Premier League right now is Ben Chilwell. Andy Robinson actually from Liverpool. Liverpool's not gonna do anything for us. So Ben Chilwell is a very very good left back.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think we should go for
Anybody
Ben
from the
Chilwell.
reserve team?
Sorry.
Anybody
We
from the
have
reserve
someone
you
by
can
the
go?
name of Eaton, but I have not seen enough of him to make any judgment. But I think we should look in either Thomas Munier or Aaron Wan Bissaka.
One
But Wan
Bisaka.
Bissaka
Okay.
is very young, so if we buy him, then I don't know, maybe Dalot plays as a backup, and then Wan Bissaka plays as a backup. But if any one of them got injured, and even if Luke Shaw got injured, we can move Luke Dalot to the left, and one Biscuit will be patrolling
Okay.
the right side.
Because
Yep.
just now I was watching the City versus Palace game. One
Mhm.
Bisaka plays on the right side, but he's a multi-role player. That
Yep.
means he can play both left and right of the defense. Is it?
Yeah, yeah. I don't know about Ron Biscuit playing on the left side, but Dalot can.
Oh,
Dalot has
okay.
been playing on the left side for
Benfica.
Porto. Was it Benfica
Oh,
or Porto? Porto, I think. Yeah, he
Porto.
has been playing on the left side, so he can play on the left side, and he played left side on with against Barcelona. So
Oh,
he
okay.
can be the backup to Luke Shaw. But
Mm-hmm.
you see, I don't know about Wan Bissaka, but I think I would like Thomas Munier better. He's more experienced. We need experience, and
Yep.
then we can actually bring up Dalot as our future right back. And yeah, I think that's important so that we want him to be our first the starter. I'm not sure about Wan Bissaka, but if we get him, I'm not gonna complain. He is a very very good player this season. Okay,
Mhm.
so
Yep.
I just want to ask all the Luke Shaw haters to shut up. He's very important to us, and he's
Why?
our future.
Okay. Yep.
Okay,
Agree.
so that yesterday's game just show how
Just
important
just don't
we
don't don't hate
Martial.
the player. Just hate the game.
Yeah, Martial just he lacked someone by the name of Luke Shaw. That's why for the 12 games when they were playing together, it was and Pogba on the left side, it was a very very good attack. But then now Luke Shaw is not there for this game. We can see how important he is. But
Mhm.
okay, so three talking points. Number one, our attacking is shite. Fred the King, and well, Luke Shaw's it's very very important to us. So
Yep.
let's go to player rating. As you can see on our player rating page. We were late because there's a technical problem. Um, yeah, so I still have Ashley Young face there and McTominay face there, but obviously they didn't play yesterday. So
Yeah.
let's pretend Ashley Young is who's that, Marcus Rojo. So yeah, both of them suck. So it's not a big difference. Mata in place of McTominay.
Hmm.
Okay,
So
so
where do we start?
let's start with De Gea.
Okay. De Gea made a very important save
Oh,
yesterday.
I was like, what?
So for me, that's definitely what you call it, an eight.
Yeah, I think
That's
I cannot
it.
differ with you there. And eight, very important saves. But I might drop him down a bit to seven because
Mm-hmm.
again he did that mistake with passing out, and this time it's with his
Yeah, yeah,
hand. He
yeah.
passed out to Pogba, to a position that Pogba could not control it. I mean, sometimes you can
It
blame
happened.
Fred in Barcelona games. You can blame Pogba for not controlling the ball, but
Mm-hmm.
De Gea have not been very well known for his passing, so passing out.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I will put in the blame on De Gea. So that is the
Same,
problem.
same
Yeah. All right.
thing.
Lost you a bit here.
A bad pass. Hello. Yep.
Okay, okay, okay. Yep.
Okay. Same thing happened during the Wolves game. A bad pass leads to
Yeah.
to a
And
goal,
it's Fred too, I think.
and then but the thing is he has one. So for me,
Trying to get back to you. We
not safe,
lost
man.
your feet. Okay. Okay, so I
Nobody
think
copied better.
yeah, De Gea 7, 8. I'll put 7.5. Let's move to Dalot on the right side.
Okay. Yep.
So what
Mm-hmm.
do you think?
Okay, Dalot didn't play well yesterday. He's
Mm,
just being there for the sake of completing the match.
mm.
Not much cross.
Yeah,
He missed out one chance to score a goal,
yeah.
and then it's like business as usual for him lah. But
Mm.
the goal, was it from the left side or the right side? I think he missed out. He missed out on the player. Who was it? That
Left side
he
I missed out
crossed.
on Marcus Rojo.
Oh, Rojo. Okay,
Yep, yep.
okay. For me, Dalot deserve a seven.
For doing nothing.
No, 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 six.
Uh,
Yeah,
uh, uh, uh yeah, 6. I'm not that generous. I'm gonna give him a 5. But it's not that bad. 5 is the average scores, and I say this is he's there. He completed the match. He stayed defensively
yeah,
well
yeah.
disciplined. Even
Defensively,
though he bombed out. I mean, if you compare to Rojo, I'm gonna give him 9. But I mean, for who he is, for what Dalot can do, his crosses never materialized yesterday. So that
yeah.
is yeah, that is the problem with
That's
Dalot
what I say.
yesterday.
Yesterday, most of his crosses was like wasteful.
But he's
Mm.
trying to play with Lingard, so maybe that's where the problem is. So let's
Mm.
move to our centre back pairing of Smalling
Exactly.
and
5.5.
Calamity Jones. Yeah, what do you think of both of them?
Smalling and Jones. Okay, I put both of them on five, same as Rojo, but I think Rojo deserves lower than that.
Sorry, Rojo deserves a 4.
Mm,
For being a very very big part of the goal,
yes,
because he's just
and
not
then
marking his player good enough.
yep,
Um, Yeah, and he just did not bomb up. So I'm gonna give Rojo a 4, maybe a 3. But yeah, I think the defensive center back of Smalling and Jones, 5.5. I think
Five
they're
and a half.
okay. They are supposed to be
Smalling,
defensive.
I think Smalling fares better than Jones simply because he's been
He looks
playing
more composed.
consistently. So yeah, so I think for Smalling it'll be like a 6, but for Jones is a 5 for me because
Mm,
twice,
mm.
sorry, the I think who hit the woodwork? Is it Mikel Antonio? What?
Antonio, yes. Yeah,
Yeah,
he just
Antonio hit
came
the
in.
woodwork and
And while these
also
people
yeah,
patrolling right
and
in front
then
of him didn't
both
get
of
close
them
enough to.
happened because Rojo and yeah.
Oh,
Both of them
so
because I
bad.
think the communication between Rojo and Jones was not that good. So
Yeah,
so that yeah.
yeah. I think that's he's very. Oh my God. Yeah. Jones is just all over the place. His pink boot. I tell you, it's his pink boot. I do not know whether pink
Oh, I
wear.
didn't notice that.
He wore pink boot yesterday, but oh my God, don't wear his pink boot. Okay, Fred. The king. Oh my God.
Don't wear pink jerseys as well as I don't. I just despise the new Man
I
United
think
pink
I think we
jersey.
wore it once.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay, Fred the king. I guess an 8 for him. For me, he
correct.
did a
Yep,
very
I
good
do
job at the
agree with you.
back.
Yep,
Yeah, he
I
did a
agree
very
with you.
good job. He did not did fantastically
Mm-hmm.
well, but I think
Mm.
he did a lot of interception. He
Yes,
lost a bit to a bit of possession here and there, but nothing serious. But he tackled, he put in the tackle. I think he did a very good job. Not as good as he did for Barcelona. I think we gave him 9 that game, but it's an 8 here. So
only
anything
for
else to
me.
add for him?
Only I think only for me. He's trying to give Fred his confidence. I think the momentum that he's having playing with Pogba. So the
Mm,
reason why he's being selected ahead of McTominay, yeah, because normally when you play a
the
team like West Ham,
CDM.
because West Ham they play direct. Only when Pellegrini came in, there's more passing in the midfield area, but generally speaking, West Ham they are more direct in terms of their football. So a player with McTominay's stature normally gets selected ahead of a player like Fred, a passing player like Fred. So
Mm, mm.
his performance yesterday deserve an 8, yes, but no more than that for me.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Let's go
Mm,
to Pogba. And it's splits opinion. People be saying Pogba leave, leave, leave. I think if he stays, if he wants to stay, then we just get him
mm,
to stay. If he wants to leave, then we just let him leave. Again, there's no point keeping someone that doesn't want to be in a club. But I think at the
mm,
moment he wants to stay, so I will vote for him to stay. And I said this performance is much better. During the Barcelona game, but that's
competitively, yeah,
also
yeah, mm,
yeah, that's also because I think for Pogba I like him more in the attacking role, but we see him doing more this game because he's
mm,
defending.
mm.
So he actually put in a lot of the tackle. There's one time when he held the ball and the three
That's
player
not his
come.
strong game.
Yeah, that's
Mm,
not. He can do a job. He can do a job. So he was having the ball at that time, and three players came around him and was turning and turning and
mm,
turning, and he lost the ball. I think a lot of
mm,
people can go and talk bad about him. So he's very bad. Why he lost the ball in such a important position. But the thing is, no
mm,
one is around him. Again, I'm going to talk about the lack of movement, and he wants to pass the ball forward, and there's no one around him that runs
mm,
enough, get into a good enough position for him to pass to the front. So he wants to do it, he can't do it. He wanted to be special, but he can't. So he lost the ball at time. I'm not gonna jump on his back for losing the ball because he is the only one that's trying to create something. Although he failed yesterday, but again I'm questioning the movement ahead of him. And again I think it's because they have been moving the ball so fast. They have been pressing the ball. Hence, all the fatigues are coming in and causing a problem at the moment. It's not all its
okay.
fault. It's because we
Mm.
were the laziest team last season.
But like I said, I think for Pogba, he's given a free role in the midfield. But yesterday's match, he's caught up in between two roles that he needs to do. He's placed at a defensive role, but he has that attacking in his mind. So that's why I mentioned during Fergie days, if you are an attacker, just simply press without even the need to tackle or to defend well. But if you are given the role of being a defensive midfielder, the one who boss the midfield, that means that's the ultimate role. Hence
Yep.
the we call that the legend of Roy Keane and so on. So
Mm.
yeah, so for me, in terms of the rating for the simply because he got the penalties in, that's why I put him at 8. But for his performance, I think he deserved lower than that, maybe a 7.
Yeah,
So
I think
it's
I
like
think a
7,
seven would
7.5.
do. For me also is
Mm-hmm.
a seven. I mean penalty is
Even
penalty.
he,
We expect players to be scoring penalty. If he misses any, we will put him at four straight away. But then again, he scored both of them.
yeah,
Yeah. So he is a seven. He worked hard at the back. I do say that I like him. He did play well at the back. He did move forward more than
mm-hmm.
Fred did, but when he came back, he actually put in a tackle. And
Yeah,
I think defensively he has done well yesterday. Just that he has not created enough. Lukaku, again, you were talking about Lukaku not getting the service, and Pogba is
supply.
part of the problem. And I just think Pogba doesn't want to work with Lukaku, because he get very very frustrated with him. Same thing. I
But
don't
off
think
the field,
he's.
they are good friends, right?
I
So,
don't know. I don't know. There was a problem last time when Mourinho
mm,
talked bad about Pogba, and Lukaku just said, if anyone talk bad about you, just power it through. So that's probably you know a problem rising in between their friendship. So anyway, let's move to the attacking. We said we're gonna do this for 15 minutes. Now it's 34 minutes.
mm.
Anyway, for Mata, okay, for nothing.
Didn't matter at all yesterday.
Yeah, no, I that was a good change at 54 minutes. I didn't see him at all. So let's move to Lingard again. I think Lingard once on a four and a five. He just kept running. I think a
He's not,
four
yeah, Lingard
contributed
is not
nothing.
comfortable playing on the right side. He's not comfortable playing in the wing. So he's supposed to be there in between the strikers. I think
I
behind
think
to be a wing.
if they play
Mm,
the intricate passing that they have been playing,
yeah.
see for the first 12 games, they can strike back the partnership there. But just that people have been injured.
Mm-hmm,
He goes out, Lukaku comes in. Whenever Lukaku comes in, everything
mm,
get destroyed. The partnership get destroyed, and then they have to retry again. So I think that's
mm.
very very big problem. And people are marking our left side out of the game already. So
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
why
Mm,
we need to rely on our right wing, but we have no one on the right wing, so he has to do a job there.
yeah.
Okay, let's go to Marshall. Marshall's I think a five, slightly. He's doing more than
Mm,
Lingard. He got the penalty, a very
yep.
solid second penalty. That's him.
Mm,
And but his pass, he just doesn't excite on the wing. And even the
yep.
first penalty, he's the one that passed to Mata, which draw a fouls from
Yeah.
the guy from his back. So I think he gets a five, but I think it's
Mm,
because it's Martial and we expect more from him. So
more.
he
Eh?
gets a five
Mm.
from me.
Okay. Just now you forgot to ask about Lingard. I think I put Lingard
Mm.
at 6 and
Okay.
Marshall at 5. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I agree with you. So
Okay. Yeah.
it's Lingard 6 for Lingard and 5 for Marshall.
I put five for Lingard and sorry,
Oh, you
four
put
for
5. Oh,
Lingard and five for Martial. Because
oh,
I was
okay.
just unimpressed by them. I'm very disappointed for this game
Or both
because
of them get 5 from me. So okay.
yeah. Okay, I'm just very disappointed with that. Everyone, it's a win. Enjoy it. No, our performance is bad.
It
I
it's
said
just
that.
luck. It's pure luck.
Yeah, it's pure luck. I
It was
say against
pure luck.
Barcelona, I said that I would rather a very very good performance and lose than to
Mm-hmm.
have a boring draw. And this game shouts every. It's not boring. That's because I'm a Manchester United fan and I'm just like, why are they? What are they doing? And then yeah, it just
Doesn't
frustrates
do
me.
justice
Yeah,
to the way West Ham plays. So
yeah, we are
they turn
43
up well.
minutes in.
They turn up. Correct, correct.
Okay.
They turned up well. Yes, last night's game. Yeah.
Okay, so let's get to our big man there, Lukaku. Um,
He
again,
gets
he's
4.
five. He's not that bad. I mean, compared to Lingard, I see more. I see a
Uh,
lot of him. Right, he's trying to cross the ball. He's trying to
uh-huh.
play a little pass, trying to link up, but failed. So for again for doing nothing but trying to put in the crosses. Five. I saw
Yeah.
him.
Agree with you. Yeah.
I saw him. It's too
Agree with
big
you.
to miss. Okay, Rashford. Let's bring in the sub. Rashford. I will give him. He actually make the game move faster, so I give him a
Yeah.
five to a six. But again, he did nothing much. But yeah, it's about there,
Got
five, six.
How many minutes did they play yesterday as a
He
substitute?
actually quite a lot because come in at about 54 minutes
15,
for
20
Mata, so
minutes,
about 30 over.
30 over minutes. I think
Yep,
yeah.
yep.
I think he gets a six or
Mm. And
picking up the game. That's it.
yeah, he changed the game up front for us.
Uh,
So I
yeah,
think
yeah.
because they're running a lot more, so
Mm.
that pass towards Marshall, I mean, it was open because they are
Mm.
when trying to defend pacey
His
attackers,
movement and
your
pace
defense
put
go over the
the
places.
defenders being yeah on the back foot. Yeah. So
Mm. So I gave him a six for changing the game.
yep.
Who else? Pereira came in. I swear to God, I didn't see a lot of Pereira, but then again, he's probably just defending. When
Yeah.
Pereira came in
Not
for
much
Rojo, Pereira is on the right side of the defense, and I don't know whether it's defense of wing back, and then
wing back.
um, uh, who's that on the left? Rojo is not there anymore. Dalot went to the left.
Uh,
So again, my prediction is not that far off. Pereira actually came in and played for defense.
Yeah, but that one is like a
It's
mismatch
more
by
attacking wing back, right?
the way that Mata played last night. I think that's like a hurried decision made by Ole. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I say that good. Anyway, Pereira I didn't see much of him, but wasn't a fault. He came
yeah.
in nothing. Actually, the attack actually went a bit stale, other than the Antonio strike. So
Mm.
I say he did a good job. About five. I don't see much of him. What do you
It's
say?
like yeah, for me it's like a four and a half,
Four
five.
and a half,
I think
five. Yep. And the last one it's
Messing Road
sorry.
for Lukaku,
Uh,
Greenwood for Lukaku.
Greenwood. I'm just gonna give him a six for being fresh and not failing in a match. He did again. Rashford, Greenwood, Martial. They all ran a lot, and that's what causes West Ham
Yeah,
defense to be a bit
we attack at
miscued.
pace. Yeah.
Yeah, and then they missed Martial on the left. And that's where
Hmm.
Martial went one on one, and they got the back tackle. So again,
Yeah.
yeah, he made a difference. So I would say about a six,
He
same
could
as
have
Rashford.
come in a bit. We got that earlier. For me, I think. Yeah. By the way that the game was going last night, I think it could have got in earlier than
I think so. I
expected.
think so. But Ole is not one to
Mm.
change a game very early on. Normally 70 minutes
Mhm.
he starts swapping people in. But the thing is, he doesn't do it half time. We have never seen a change during half time.
Mm.
Maybe because of injury. Yes, there are one. There there was one. But it's for injury. Someone got injured and they have to swap. I think
Yeah.
Rashford, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway,
Mm.
yeah, he's not one known for substituting player in early, so that is one big
Early. Mm.
problem. Yeah, so again, that's why the Mata at 54 minutes, like, oh, Mata is gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I say it's like a hurried. Given the way that the game is going at the time, it's like a hurried decision. Like get Mata out. It doesn't matter.
Okay, yeah, so yeah, he hasn't signed a contract.
Mm.
So he's probably gone during the summer,
He's,
and
he's 31 this year.
yeah,
So mm,
he was a good player. He has lost a yard of play, so pace. So I'm not sorry to see him gone. It's
but
probably good to trim our squad down, but
but
he is a good person.
FYI,
So I do hope him all the success wherever he goes.
okay.
Mm.
Mata's father has a chic restaurant in Manchester. So I don't know whether he wants to
Long
be
range.
out of he wants to
No.
be out of Manchester anytime soon. I'm not sure,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's business, right? So you can just close and open anywhere you want.
Or he can just long range manage. So I don't think that's a problem. It's father anyway.
Even Pep has a restaurant in Manchester. So I'm not sure whether
Mm.
it's a sign, a longevity sign, or just simply a business thing that they are doing.
Nah.
That
Yeah.
they are doing now. So yeah,
No, I think
not
it's
sure.
fine. I think, but even if he stays, he's just a bench player. But then again,
Mm,
he hasn't signed the contract, and at 31 years old, Manu is gonna give him only 1 year
yeah,
extension.
one
So
year.
I think he's gone. I think he's gone, and uh, we have to be ruthless. I mean, he is a good person. He was a good player. He's like Rooney. I mean, we're gonna miss him, but then I think it's time. Sorry, Rooney is not the good person, but Mata is a very, good person in heart at heart. So yeah, gonna miss him, but I think it's time for him to move on to another team.
Yep.
Yeah, he will be able to help teams like, I want to say Everton. I don't know. Okay,
It
but
can't be anything
yeah,
different.
wherever he goes, we wish him luck. Yeah. So I think that's about it from us. Any
Yeah.
last word?
Um, not sure
I would
because
say, yeah, play Fred. We need Shaw.
yeah,
And I'm loving the look of Dalot, even though he did nothing yesterday, but he tried and tried. He did bomb up. So Rojo is gone. Hope that he's gone. And yeah, last word, Fred the King. Yay.
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 Okay, see you
Okay,
guys
see you
in the
guys.
next.
Next
Goodbye.
one will be, of course, our preview of our.
The
I want to
second
say
leg.
again, say the biggest match of the season is always the
Bye.
biggest match, the
Mhm.
next match. But yeah, do or die, Barcelona. Okay, see you then. Bye.
Bye.